Old Fashioned Football on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Get up to a $1,000 deposit match when you sign up at Underdog Fantasy, promo code OFFSGPN.
Hey, what's up? This is Sam Acho, and you're listening to Old Fashioned Football.
Welcome to Old Fashioned Football. If you're wondering who to listen to, this is JMark. You can find me on the X at JMark Football. And if you're wondering who us is, that's at Old Fashioned FB. Give us a follow, subscribe on YouTube. Don't forget that thumbs up if you're watching. Before I keep going and introducing the guest, we have another guest just like last night. I got to introduce the permanent guest. You're you're not ever a guest. Sorry. Not ever been a guest. I mean, the other person on the pod, the co-host on the pod and in life. I'm butchering this and I'm getting looks. You can find her on the X at the Mir Mark. Mir, how you doing today?
Your permanent guest.
Permanent guest.
The same as yesterday.
Yeah, not much better.
We're going to see if I can get through this with less coughing.
All right.
So.
Yeah, we do have a guest backstage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give him shit while he can't defend himself backstage. Last year when Pinky from Sports Nonsense Whiskey, spoiler alert, is our guest. Last year when he was going to be on the podcast, you were sick.
I was very sick.
Very sick.
I was worse than I am now.
This year you did say, oh shit, I was sick last time he was on. I'm not missing it this time. So
no, I just can't believe the timing of it.
Yeah.
But I'm fine now. Like, I'm not fevering. I'm not like on my deathbed.
Maybe it's Pinky's fault.
I don't think so. We're
going to be talking AFC West, which of course has, the Chiefs, the Broncos, the Raiders, the Judges. Yeah, kind of same format.
Yeah, we're going to go over off-season changes, any news, going to bring in some fantasy football focus to it.
Yeah.
Once we get through all the divisions, of course, you're going to bring in bets. We're going to talk the bets.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't be a show without whiskey.
That's right. It would not be a show without whiskey. Our guest knows what that's all about. We'll get into that in a little second here. But speaking of whiskey, what are we drinking today?
We're not drinking what you originally planned.
No.
Was what did you originally plan? I couldn't even remember.
Okay, so we've been trying, when we have two shows in 1 week, we've been trying to kind of go with some sort of theme. You know, it was 2 smoke wagons one time. So I thought, well, let's do 2 4-in-1s. We did Japanese whiskey. And we have a Lebanese whiskey.
Lebanese. Thank you. You wouldn't get. Let's get to the point. No, but I stopped that because we have a Broncos fan coming on the show with us. We're talking AFC West, and we love our Breckenridge whiskey, and we have their Broncos blend. So I thought that was the perfect whiskey for this show, Justin.
You know, it makes a lot of sense. I think if people were to guess, they could probably guess who the thinker is, and it's not me.
It's me.
I'm the drinker. I'm not sure which one is the stinker. Before I keep going, don't forget we're part of the Sports Gambling Podcast Network, and you can download the SGPN app for free to get all the picks, not just ours, everybody's, and podcasts for free. One convenient place, SGPN app, wherever you get your apps. It's free money. I mean, why would you not? That's all I got to ask.
Exactly.
Why would you not? All right. We're going to be talking AFC West. Like I said, we got to bring our guest in. He is a big-time Broncos fan, also a whiskey fan, hosts Sports Nonsense Whiskey, which I know sometimes we talk so much nonsense, people could say that's a perfect name for our show as well. That's why we get along so well. His name is Aaron, but he goes by Pinky. Pinky, welcome back to
What's up, guys?
Hello.
Oh, thanks for having me back. Hey, guys. I am also drinking 5280 Breckenridge whiskey as well.
Love it. Love it.
That is awesome.
What version do you guys have out there?
We have last year's. We have the, right?
This might be 2 years ago. It is the back-to-back blend.
Yeah, this is last year's right here.
That's last year. So I think this is.
Oh, this is 2023. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, they haven't done this year's.
They have not released this year's yet.
No.
I am ready. I usually pick up both the orange and the blue, and I pick up their vodka too, and just kind of check it out. So,
awesome. This one, I believe, our orange one, Ed McCaffrey was the Broncos player on it. Is that correct? Do you remember off the top of your head?
Yes, and he's also for the 2024.
Oh, he did both. Getting Ed involved. Well, when you got a name like McCaffrey, Christian is so involved in the NFL, obviously, a big name in it. So you got to get Ed in there as much as you can. Before we start, how'd you become a Broncos fan? Did you grow up around there? I mean, tell us the story.
Well, it's 1989, which may be before a lot of people were born. And I was in Stuttgart, Germany. And we were watching the Super Bowl of 49ers and the Broncos at like 1 a.m. in the morning. And the Broncos had their old orange, like burnt orange jerseys. And I said, damn, those look good. And then we were up 10-0. And I was like, awesome. This is looking good. Then they lost 55-10, but I never lost the love of the orange. So, and then 2 years later, when my father got restationed, he got restationed back in Colorado. And it was like, I root for the Broncos, and we're in Broncos country. So there we go.
Very
it all worked out.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot to be excited about, I feel like, for the Broncos. We'll talk about that when we talk about them. I did find a photo. Well, I didn't find it. I created a photo. We're going to say I asked the old AI to give me a average Broncos fan. Now, maybe I said to have them drinking some whiskey. Can you confirm that this looks like the average Broncos fan?
Oh, absolutely. Either that or a can of Coors.
Yeah, right. One of the two. I was surprised. Now, AI is obviously advancing. Normally, it cannot spell the names you ask it to correctly. It nailed Breckenridge Distillery. I was pretty impressed.
Oh, that's pretty good. That is pretty. And that I might have to have you send me that one because that is, I think that's dead on, actually.
Yeah, I will do that. We're going to go in order that the teams finished last year, which means you're going to have to hold some anticipation of talking about the Broncos and going to have to talk about the damn Chiefs first. You want to kick us off with some offseason changes, Mir?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, for some of their additions, I guess, they re-signed quarterback Gardner Minshew. They've got cornerback Christian Fulton, left tackle Jalen Moore, safety Mike Edwards. They did re-sign Hollywood Brown. We'll see how that pans out this year. They've also got linebacker Nick Bolton, guard Terry Smith, and then they brought in Kareem Hunt.
Yeah, brought Hunt back. They lost Joe Tooney to the Bears. Hopefully he's still got some gas in that tank. Defensive lineman Tershawn Wharton, wide receiver DeAndre Hopkins, who we were in a draft that ended today. I don't know if you saw how it ended. I had the last pick because I was pick number 1.
When I got my last pick in, then my phone I was still working.
Yeah.
But
well, last pick of the draft, I took DeAndre Hopkins, who is now part of the Ravens, but no longer on the Chiefs. I just thought that had some upside with the last pick. That
potentially, but he's getting so up there, and then that's a run heavy offense.
But the last pick of the draft, I guess, round 18. Anyways, they also lost safety Justin Reed. They drafted Josh Simmons, Omar Norman-Lott, Noel Williams, brought in some decent guys.
Yeah. I think it's really just kind of hard to question anything this team does while Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes are there. I'm curious on your thoughts, though. Do you think that they are vulnerable after the Super Bowl loss, or can we go ahead and just mark them for competing in that AFC championship again?
I mean, they're going to be right there. I mean, anybody that says they're not is probably drinking too much Kool-Aid. But do they have some vulnerabilities? Yes. I think their defense may not be as good as it's been last couple of years. And then I do think their offense will be better this year. So I think they'll change roles. Last year, the defense really carried the team. As we saw, they only scored like 30 points twice in the season, and yet they still won 14 or 15 games, 15 games.
Yeah.
So, I mean, defense does win, right? And I just think their defense will take a step back. I think their offense will take a step up. But I do think they have a lot more competition. And when you keep winning the division, you play a first-place schedule, right?
True.
So they've got a lot of tough teams they play against. They play Buffalo. They play Baltimore. Those are tough for anybody to deal with.
Yeah, absolutely. I almost wish, as somebody who my early ticket I put in was the Super Bowl exacta Bills to beat the Eagles. I almost wish the Chiefs didn't play the Bills, because it's almost like regular season, the Bills win that one, and then they meet in the playoffs and the Bills can't seem to get past. Shout out to the chat real quick. Jamie checking in saying, "What's up, all you beautiful people?" And JMark. And Kathy saying, "I like that graphic the AI created. We also love Breckenridge, the town and the whiskey." So there we go. Let's talk a little fantasy football, shall we?
Yeah. We can, I guess, start with quarterback.
Yeah.
Mahomes right now, he's going as QB6. And I think personally, people want to draft Mahomes because obviously he's a really good quarterback.
Because he's Patrick Mahomes.
But if you look at the last couple of years, he finished as QB11 last year. He finished 8th the year before that. I'm curious on thoughts here. Like, is 6 too high for him?
I will say real quick, I drafted him in a shit ton of leagues last year, and I'm gonna put the blame on Pinky. He was on our show and said Patrick Mahomes is about to enter God mode. I specifically remember the quote, and you got me fired up. I was like, this all makes sense, and it did make sense. It just didn't pan out that way.
Well, again, Rashee Rice got hurt.
Yep.
Hollywood Brown got hurt like he always does.
Right.
And then somehow Travis Kelce continued to fall off his cliff.
Yes.
He did.
So
yeah.
All things that I was just like, that can't happen.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
Who would have guessed it?
We can't have that happen again. And then Pacheco getting hurt too. And then, they weren't getting Kareem Hunt did a good job coming back, holding down the fort.
Yeah.
But he didn't help give them the explosive plays that get them in the red zone.
Right.
To where, Mahomes could shine. I am expecting 6 to 8 if you get Mahomes. I think if you get Mahomes this year at that value, you're pretty happy because he gives you a good floor every week.
Yeah.
He may not be putting up those big games like he did that, his 50 touchdown year. He may not touch that again, but I still think, he's going to be pretty solid. He doesn't throw picks too. So if you're in a league that does negative for interceptions, you don't have to worry so much about that. So I still think Mahomes is worth that pick, but there's a couple guys that you're like, oh, with the rushing and different things, maybe, I just think if you can build a roster around a player like Mahomes that you got a couple rounds later than you would have gotten last year, that's always only going to be a good thing for you.
For sure. And I personally am staying away this year, but there's a reason, and I'm going to get shit on for saying this out loud, but Mahomes has been so healthy pretty much his whole career.
Oh my God, Justin, what?
He has. He's been so healthy.
Stop.
You got to imagine at some point you see some negative regression there, and maybe you see an injury pop up. I'm not saying for the season.
You can't talk. I hate when you talk about players getting injured. Like, he could potentially get an injury. Like, you don't need to jinx him.
I'm not trying to jinx him. I'm just saying it could happen. We'll move to running backs before I get into trouble, which I'm also staying away from. Pacheco's going at an ADP of 26, but I did feel like when he came back last year, he didn't quite look the same. Kareem Hunt that you mentioned, Pinky, he's going at ADP of 63. I feel like after Pacheco came back, Hunt was kind of outplaying him as far as the tough yardage.
Absolutely.
Anyways. They drafted Brashard Smith, ADP of 68. I feel like with Pacheco and Hunt's injury history, Hunt being older, Pacheco getting injured, Brashard Smith is a little interesting to me at ADP of 68. Are you touching any of these guys, or are you staying away?
I don't touch any Chiefs running backs.
Yeah.
And it's mainly because of Andy Reid. He'll get them going. You'll see a drive where they're running the ball down your throat with Trey Smith, Creed Humphrey, and whoever the left guard is now. I don't even know who they have there now.
Mm-hmm.
But those three dudes, they run the football. And then Andy Reid just forgets how to run he's like, pass. Oh, I should run the ball. Pass it again. Andy Reid does not care what we want. So I stay away from any Andy Reid running backs. I'm out.
Yeah, no, I absolutely agree. I almost feel the same way with their wide receivers, because each week, and you're kind of guilty of this.
I was like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, you had every Chiefs wide receiver.
I had 3.
And you learned that it's like pick your poison of who's going to pop off. They have Xavier Worthy, ADP of 23. They have Rashee Rice, ADP of 25, which the league announced today. I think he's going to play the first 4 games. Then he has his hearing for his disciplinary action from that car accident. So who knows what'll happen there. You got Hollywood Brown, who can't seem to stay healthy. He is slower than Xavier Worthy. He's going at ADP of 65. Then they got the rookie Jalen Royals, ADP of 77. Do you touch any of these guys, Pinky?
Xavier Worthy. I mean, if Rashee Rice wasn't going to get, he's going to get suspended at least 3. If we weren't getting that, I'd be like, get Rashee Rice.
Right.
Like, he is obviously the number one guy. His ability to just be open over the middle for Mahomes to hit was fantastic. And he's got some of the after the catch playability. Yeah. But other than that, there's too much variable that I just don't want any part of it. And I think the Chiefs are at a part now where they're not trying to just put up fantasy numbers. They're literally just trying to win games. Their whole goal is winning games. They don't really care how they do it. They don't care about us betting or fantasy. They don't care about us. They just want to win.
They make it happen. They utilize all their players and they make it happen.
They do.
So it's really hard to draft those wide receivers.
Yeah. Well, they used to have a receiver that's not at the receiver position that was very reliable. Your guy.
Hill.
Travis Kelce.
Kelce.
Yeah.
Oh, what did you say? I thought you said wide receiver.
That's not a wide receiver.
Oh, I thought you said that was a wide receiver.
Your sick brain kicking in.
No.
She does love her tight ends.
I do. And Travis Kelce had been my guy for so long. And I, in my redrafts, I have not gone after him this year. It's really hard for me after the last 2 years to draft him.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, does he have another year left in him after, like, he dropped to tight end 6 last year, which that doesn't sound bad. But when you look at the tight end position, it's usually the top 4 or 5 who are really going to impact your fantasy team.
Right. So, does Mr. Swift have enough left in the tank?
I'm out on Swifty. I'm out on him.
Yeah. I think I'm staying away too. Unless he really slides, then it's tempting. But I did draft him last year. I had Sam Laporta in a keeper league. The 3rd or 4th round came around, and I'm like, Travis is still there. I got to take him, and I regretted it. It didn't work out for me. Shout out to the chat. Wesley saying good evening. Nick Fortune, good evening. JMark and Pinky. RD says football. Here's a question for everybody. Should I draft Roschon in my startup or skip him for Ben Sinnott? It's a tight end premium, 0.75. Jamie knows my thoughts on Roschon Johnson. I think he is a terrible running back. I don't think the Bears ever should have drafted him. He was drafted by the previous coach who didn't seem to get him on the field anyways. So the new coach really doesn't have any ties to him. Pinky, got any thoughts on Roschon?
I don't. I mean, I know Ben Johnson wants to run the football, but I don't know if they can. So I'm out.
Yep. And then Nick asking, would you rather watch an NFL preseason game or would you watch a CFL regular season game? He knows my answer, so he addressed this to you, Pinky.
I don't know when CFL regular season games are on.
Tonight.
I absolutely watch NFL preseason games and then regret it immediately. So,
yes, he was complaining earlier that there was no NFL preseason game tonight, and I said, you got CFL regular season action in a game that actually matters. Come on, man. But apparently he's still not sold since he's asking. We're going to talk about the other teams in this division in a little bit. But before we do, I got to let you know that we're brought to you by MyBookie. MyBookie.ag is your place to bet on every sport, including the MLB, WNBA, golf, and, of course, football futures. Get down on those Bo Nix futures. And you can bet some CFL there, too. MyBookie accepts customers from a ton of locations. Easy deposit, lightning fast payouts using crypto. Get your Dogecoin in there before it drops too much. It's on its way down. Just head over to mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN for 100% deposit match up to $1,000. Terms and conditions, of course, apply. That's mybookie.ag, promo code SGPN. We're also brought to you by Rhythm. Rhythm's power trends are now smart signals. Rhythm continues to crush it with smart signals, essentially the best of the best of what their house model has to offer. These are AI detected patterns where Rhythm's model has consistently won and has a high return on interest. Think like a strikeout prop that wins 59% of the time when the line and win probability hit a certain range. Smart signals are updated daily and exclusive to Rhythm. No touts, no noise, just clean data-backed bets. They got a bunch of nerds putting all this data together for you, so you don't have to be the nerd. You can just be the better. And the MLB smart signals are crushing it. Mike Trout and Giancarlo Stanton are a combined 14-0 on smart signals, recommending their unders. And if you like WNBA, I mean, you can go to MyBookie and bet what color the dildo is going to be thrown on the floor, or you can listen to Rhythm's WNBA smart signals. They're 97-65 in July with a 15.64% return on interest. In fact, they're so good. The guys that host the WNBA gambling podcast, Scott and Adam, literally were booted off one of their bookie accounts for winning too much. Download the Rhythm app, check out smart signals, and start betting smarter. You know we will be. Get your 7-day free trial today by going to sportsgamblingpodcast.com/rhythm. That seriously was a bet that you could bet. What ridiculous. Color? All right. Next up, the Chargers. Sorry, not the Broncos yet. Chargers finished second last year. For offseason changes, they added guard Mekhi Becton. They brought in both their old wide receivers, Mike Williams and Keenan Allen. They brought in Najee Harris, but he doesn't really
back together.
The gang is back together. They brought in Najee Harris, who doesn't have an eyeball right now or something. We're not sure. Cornerback Dante Jackson, tight end Tyler Conklin, and of course they re-signed former Chicago Bear Khalil Mack.
Yes. They
yes.
It's a lot. There's a lot happening there. Yeah, and they lost their edge at Joey Bosa. They drafted I always butcher his name. Marion Hampton. And then they drafted wide receiver Trey Harris. Overall, I do think Harbaugh's a good coach, but I'm not sold on Justin Herbert being a Super Bowl capable quarterback.
I agree.
Pinky, what are your thoughts there?
On Harbaugh or Herbert? Or both?
Both, I guess.
Yeah, let's do both.
Let's do both. I was going for Herbert.
Harbaugh's a good coach. Like and again, he believes in old school philosophy.
Yeah.
Play good defense, run the football. Don't throw it 40 times if you don't have to, right? That typically wins games. That's how he wins. Nothing wrong with that. Herbert, it's so crazy that Herbert has just he's failed so much when it matters, and it somehow escaped all criticism.
Yeah.
There's not many people out there. They're like, oh, Herbert, everybody's like, Herbert's elite. He's in the top 5. And it's like, well, is he? Yeah. Do I believe he can throw numbers up? Absolutely. But when it matters, for some reason, and we saw it a lot, he would find ways to choke at the end of games. Play calling, maybe, but bad decisions by him, I don't know. I feel like he's not. When I watch his commercials, I just feel like he's not the leader they need him to be, but he has all the physical talent.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I absolutely agree with that. I mean, you're absolutely right. It seems like every time that they do come up short, they do fail, the blame's always passed somewhere else every time. And it is kind of funny to watch. He just jumping right into Herbert in fantasy football. He's going at an ADP of 14, kind of right in the middle there. I think that's probably a good spot for him, really. I mean, again, like you said, he can put up the numbers. And in fantasy football, he's okay as your QB2. You know, he's just not okay if you're a Chargers fan and hoping that they're going to win the Super Bowl. That's all.
Absolutely. Yeah. I just don't trust it. Chargers are going to Charger. That's what they do.
That's right.
I guess we'll talk about their running backs. You've got their rookie Hampton. He's actually going as RB16 right now. I don't know. We know Harbaugh loves to run the ball, and whatever's going on with Najee Harris,
missing his eyeball. It's got to be it.
I don't. What do you? He
had his firework accident.
Yeah.
They said it was an eye injury. He was just recently.
They never said he lost his eye.
Okay, but
he can't open his eye.
Yeah, we have not seen him yet.
Okay.
There's got to be a reason they're not showing him, and he was just cleared to start running some. This was 4th of July. He was just cleared a month later. It's got to be pretty bad.
Yeah.
It's got to be.
It's awful. Okay.
Dangling around.
So Hampton going at RB16. I think I would still take somebody like Kenneth Walker, who's going at an ADP of 17, or even James Conner at an ADP of 19 above Hampton.
Yeah. I think I agree with that. What do you think, Pinky?
I would take Hampton.
You would take Hampton?
They're going to run the foot. I don't think Najee's playing.
Yeah,
and if he is playing, what are you going to get out of a guy who can't see out of one of his eyes?
I know.
Right? And his vision, I mean, his vision was okay. It wasn't great.
Right.
To begin with. So he's more of just that guy, like you can just throw him in there. He's going to get your 3 to 4 yards. Occasionally he'll get 7 to 8. He's not a big play guy. Hampton can run in between the tackles, and he brings that physicality. He's not a burner by any means, but he's going to get the ball like 300 times. Like it's Pinky. Yeah. He is Pinky approved.
Pinky approved. Love it. Yeah. A buddy of ours who is in the he's a military doctor, and he posts about the injuries and stuff on Twitter. He posted something about, Najee in his eye. And I said, but do you need both eyes to play football? And I was being facetious. I was being a smart ass, and somebody commented on there, you close one eye and try to catch a football. Just calm down, dude. Calm down. It's like, all right, I will. That's what we're doing after this podcast. We're going to go outside. You throw me the ball. I'll close an eye.
2 glasses of whiskey first, and then we'll see.
Yeah, right. I'm seeing double out of this eye anyways. I got this.
Oh, my God. Let's move on to their wide receivers. They have a slew of receivers now after, they re-signed Mike Williams and Keenan
he retired,
Allen back.
Though. Did he retire?
I'm pretty sure. I'll look it up. You keep going. You keep going, Mir.
Okay. Yeah. You do that research for me.
Well, I was about to say they're bringing all the old guys in.
Well, yeah, it's like like I said, the gang is back together. But they drafted Trey Harris. I don't know if I trust any of those guys aside from, they've got Lad McConkey. Mm-hmm. He's going at an ADP of 11.
And great rookie year.
He did. But if they have all those options, maybe they don't have Williams. We'll see.
He retired a month ago.
He
retired.
What?
Where he literally retired a month ago.
Where?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
We made this comment before. We are old-fashioned football. Some of our news is old. It's fine.
Well, that's really old. How did we miss?
I don't know.
For crying out loud.
Because I don't have any Mike Williams shares because he's always injured.
I don't either. I'm just like I've kind of stayed away, except for I think I got Lad McConkey in one of my leagues, but I've kind of just stayed away from the Chargers. Yeah. But anyway, so they don't have Williams, but they've got Keenan Allen, they've got Trey Harris. Do you think the addition, like bringing back Keenan Allen and then drafting Trey Harris, is that going to affect McConkey for fantasy value?
No. He's still that dude.
He's still Pinky approved.
He's Pinky approved. He's going really high though. Like I like Lad, and I'd be happy to get him, or at the right price. But there's going to be a lot of people that are going to go after Lad because his numbers were just insane last year.
They were. Yeah, ADP of wide receiver 11. So essentially in a 12-person league, is he a wide receiver 1 to you?
He absolutely can be. Yeah, he can be. He can put up those numbers because again, he didn't even start really putting up big numbers till the second half of the year. So he could really do some damage. And I love Keenan Allen coming back. Like if you can get Keenan Allen towards the bottom, like he's a dude that can put up, he give you a good floor every week during bye weeks when you need to flex a guy in.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Well, and I've seen a lot of people talk shit about like, Keenan Allen's so old. It's like, okay. But last year for the Bears, he was on the Bears. He was really reliable on third down for Caleb Williams. Caleb Williams would throw it to him and he always caught the ball. Look, so yeah, maybe he's older, but he's still a reliable guy. That
Keenan Allen he's not gonna break tackles.
Yeah, no.
He's not gonna blow past anybody, but he is gonna be open.
Yeah,
that's the one thing he is. He's always open.
Give him those nice out routes, and absolutely. I don't think we have to spend too much time on Tyler Conklin unless he's pinky approved. I don't know. I don't think he's going to be very.
No,
not at all.
Staying away from him.
All right,
Herbert and tight ends, I'm out.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's the Chargers in a nutshell.
Yeah. We finally up next, the Broncos, who did finish third in the division. But they had a really nice year with Bo Nix's rookie season.
We finished. Oh yeah, we did. We did finish. Never mind. You're right.
Yeah. and if you've listened to the show, you know I'm a Bo believer.
You are.
I have a lot of shares of Bo in Dynasty because I just thought he was going to be good.
Yeah, but Pinky, we're gonna turn it over to you to talk about their offseason moves and why we should be excited for them this year.
I mean, it's 3 dudes. Well, it's mainly 3 dudes, and they picked up on a pretty damn good defense. They got Hufanga from the 49ers to play safety, and they got Dre Greenlaw to play linebacker, which is the biggest issue with our defense last year is the middle of our defense was really weak.
Yeah.
They could, the middle of the defense, you could put guys on our linebackers. Our linebackers couldn't do nothing. And then we only had one safety that could play. So this is a huge change for the defense. The secondary is scary.
Yeah.
They drafted Jahade Barron, who is arguably the best corner in the draft as well. And they want to play him as kind of like a roamer at different positions. That's nasty. So I'm a big defensive guy. I like defense, run the football.
Yeah.
And I think good things happen. So I'm super excited about having a stout defense. And then on the offensive side, bringing in Evan Ingram. I mean, God, we haven't had a tight end since Julius Thomas. And some people probably don't even know who that guy is. Right?
Yeah.
Owen Daniels was our best tight end, and he hasn't been here since 2015. So Evan Ingram had more yards last year with being hurt than all of the Denver tight ends put together.
Oh my goodness.
That's how bad it was last year.
That's a fun stat.
Okay. That's a big deal.
For sure.
If you can get Evan Ingram at a good price, snatch him up. He has been the guy in training camp. They didn't show it in the preseason game, and I don't think they will. But the ball is going to him a lot.
Yeah, and he's always been a reliable tight end.
Yes, he's good.
Yeah, an Ingram fan. So I like that. I like it for Bo. RD checking in saying, is Bo being a top 8 quarterback founded because he thinks he's a top 8 quarterback? What do you think?
Absolutely. You're talking the running ability, the passing. I mean, Sean Payton, a lot of people hate on him, but that guy knows how to scheme guys open.
Yeah, he does.
The Broncos had a top 15 offense last year, and most people couldn't name a player on the roster. How did he do that? Right?
Yeah.
He schemed guys open, and Bo got it to the right guy. Bo knows the offense second year. I don't see a regression coming. I actually see it getting better. I'm snatching up Bo if I can get him at the right price. I'm in a super flex 2 QB league that you can only draft 2 quarterbacks.
Ooh. That's interesting.
So there's 1 week or 2 weeks during the season that you're playing without a quarterback on a bye week, right? And I would take I'm hoping I'm Mahomes and Bo, like both of them back to back, and I'll be feeling great. Bo Nix is definitely worth it. He's gonna put up pretty good numbers, and he put up really good numbers last year. So
there's something about a guy that before the game, he said he listens to, I can't remember if it was Christian rap or Christian rock.
Christian rock.
Christian rock, yeah. And then on the field last year, there was that one game, I thought it was maybe Max Crosby he was talking to, but maybe I'm wrong there, where his eyes were super wide and you could see him say, I ain't scared. And I'm just like, this dude's a baller. This dude is a baller. Like, he's a guy that you can put the team on his back and he's going to do it.
And as a Broncos fan, we're going to eat it up because we've been in QB purgatory for years.
Yeah.
We deserve this.
Right.
Every team that's gone through it, Bears fans know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
like, you guys deserve it.
You
deserve a good quarterback. It's time.
Absolutely. Let's switch to fantasy football real quick. Do you want to kick it off? I mean,
well, we were just talking about Bo.
Yeah. I mean,
Bo,
if
you can get Bo at a good value, people might be sleeping on him. Grab him. He gave a good floor almost every game last season. The first couple games were stinkers.
Yeah.
His first 2 were bad.
Well, you
His
learn.
third one, he had a good game. He didn't throw a touchdown, but he ran a touchdown in.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a pretty decent game against Tampa. Horrible game in the rain against the Jets. But then after the Jets game, it was off to the races. He literally threw, after the Jets game, that was game 4, he threw 28 touchdowns after that.
Yeah. That's one of the things about it's a stereotype I feel like that a lot of people fall into, that this white guy can't run. Bo can run. Bo can run the ball. I mean, and he's sneaky athletic, I feel like.
Absolutely. He's got good pocket presence. He can run when you don't think. He's not, they're not designing runs for him, but when he is pressured in the pocket, he'll go get some yards.
Yeah, absolutely. For running backs, are you buying in on RJ Harvey? Are you taking J.K. Dobbins? Do you like them both?
I do like them both. J.K. when healthy is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Really good. So I do think he's got some value. But if you RJ Harvey is the rookie that if you have him the second half of the year, like Bucky Irving last year, he's going to help you win a championship. Yeah, I have no doubt that guy is a bowling ball, and when he's got that speed, and when he figures out the lane, like he missed a perfect lane in the preseason game. That if he hits that, it's an easy 9 yards and possibly go into the house if he'd actually hit it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so I think there's a lot of those learning things where once he learns that, he's going to be off to the races. And they already tried throwing the ball to him a couple times. So I think as the season wears and he's got everything down, he's the guy to have.
And not to mention, J.K. Dobbins does not have a great record of staying healthy.
Right. You're taking a risk there.
No.
Yeah.
Now you're paying more for RJ Harvey for sure. He's actually going pretty early.
Yeah.
But if you've already got 2 running backs, if you do like me, I usually draft like 2 right away, maybe grab a good wide receiver, and then I come back to the running back. Like if he's your third running back and you can kind of stash him a little bit, you'll be feeling really good down the stretch.
I like it. Shout out to Channing saying, "Hey, let's go." And RD has Bo Nix as a 15th round keeper. That's
my wife. Sweet. My wife has him as a 12th round keeper.
Nice.
Awesome.
And I was like, oh.
Let's talk about some of his receivers, because obviously Cortland Sutton is a stud, even though I think he does get a little disrespected in the fantasy football community. But who else are you buying in on for these receivers? Because I feel like they have a lot, but who's kind of the sleeper guys?
So Sutton's your value guy.
Yeah.
You can put Sutton in every week, and he gives you a pretty good floor almost every week. And he is going to be the top guy. Other than that, I probably really not drafting a guy on the Broncos unless I can get like Mims or Franklin later.
Mm-hmm.
Franklin's actually showing out a lot in camp this year. Bo is finding him a lot. He put on a little bit of more weight, and he seems to know the playbook a little bit better. So those are 2 guys that I think you can feel confident if you get them late. If you're in a kick return league, which my Superflex is a kick return league, nice. I will be looking for Mims late because we get points for kick returns too. So, and he's a Pro Bowler 2 years in a row for kick returns. So easy.
Absolutely.
Other than that, though, Sutton, those 2 guys late. If you're in a keeper or not keeper league, but if you're in a dynasty league, get all the shares of Pat Bryant you can get.
I've been eating that up. After Sean Payton said he kind of reminds me of Michael Thomas, I was like, if he's going to use him like Michael Thomas, I'm going to.
He's always open.
Yeah.
He is always open. He runs great routes.
I love it. You actually, I remember in our recent draft, you took Mims, did you not?
I did take Mims.
I thought so.
One of the later rounds.
Yeah, I thought I was paying attention while I'm working.
You're
I see something.
Stalking my team.
I stalk everybody's picks. I'm like, who just took that
Get
person?
Out of here.
Oh, Mir took him. Damn it. Because I have certain people queued. And when I feel like you seem to snipe my queue quite a bit.
I do, because I always hear you complain.
Yeah, exactly.
You talk too much fantasy football with your wife, Justin.
I think that's what it is. Shout out to Hunter checking in, finally able to make a live show. Hunter, a Hawkeye fan, a Chicago Bear fan. Welcome to the show. Last, I guess, to talk about the Broncos here, which we already kind of touched on him. Evan Engram. Pinky approved. Go ahead and draft him, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Injury concerns, but if you can get him at a good value, I think he's absolutely going to be 70 catches, 700-800 yards, 6-7 touchdowns. Like, he's going to give you really good value from the tight end position.
Yeah, Absolutely. I love it. We have one more team to talk about. We're going to talk a little bets as well. But before we do, got to let you know that we're brought to you by the world's greatest sportsbook, Circa Las Vegas. They're hosting the world's biggest pro football contest, Circa Million, Circa Survivor, and the Circa Grandissimo, with over $21 million in guaranteed prizes. You can't call yourself a true DGen if you're not competing in the Circa football contest. Come hang out with SGPN at the Circa contest weekend, August 21st through 23rd. Last night we had on the man in the box, CJ Sullivan and Moneyline Mac. They're both going to be there. I told Miranda, hurry up and get ready. We can do a little surprise trip to Vegas. Why not? Again, August 21 to 23rd. That's an amazing weekend, including live shows, open bars. They had me at open bars. Plus, you get 15% off a stay at Circa with promo code SGP15. The contests are open to everyone. Sign up in Nevada and play from anywhere with the help of SGPN's official proxy. Go to footballcontest.com and use promo code SGP to get $50 off your proxy fees.
We're also brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Best Ball Mania is happening all summer long, giving away $15 million in prizes, including $2 million to first place. There's no waiver wire, no arguments about trades. Best Ball is the best way to play fantasy football. Underdog is also a great place to play Pick'em, and Justin will keep giving out some CFL picks and NFL preseason picks on our socials, so don't forget to subscribe. And in the meantime, go sign up with promo code OFFSGPN to claim your special pick plus first-time deposit offer of up to $1,000 in bonus credits. That's UnderdogFantasy.com, promo code OFFSGPN.
All right. Good job being sick, pushing through the ad read.
It's getting real over here. Like I have that itch in my throat. Like
Yeah.
I'm really trying not to cough.
That's fair. CFL on Underdog Fantasy also doing an article on SGPN's website for NFL preseason. It's always interesting trying to guess the preseason guys. I like to target the rookies that have something to prove, but also the old ass guys that are trying to prove like, hey, keep me on the roster, man. That's kind of like what I like to go for.
I typically bet the teams that have the better backup quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And that's usually been okay for me.
I like it. And who knew Tanner McKee for the Eagles was going to be so good? But then people said, well, this just proves Hurts is a system quarterback. I don't know if I'm buying into that yet. I think he's a little bit better than a system quarterback, but
a little bit better. I would agree.
Yeah. All right.
I guess our last team is the Raiders.
You should say it like our niece does. I get her to go, Raiders.
I'm going to pass on that, Justin. I'm not doing that. Let's see, this offseason, they've brought in Pete Carroll from Seattle.
Yeah.
And offensive coordinator Chip Kelly. Pete Carroll brought in his former Seahawks quarterback, Geno Smith.
Geno Bambino.
Yes. And they've also added guard Alex Kappa, safety Jeremy Chin, and then they extended to Max Crosby.
Yeah, finally, because he needed to be extended. If they didn't do that, they were idiots.
They had to get that coach first. I don't know if he re-signs if they didn't get a decent coach.
That's like, true.
I'm out of here.
That's a good point. They lost Savvy Trayvon Morig, cornerback Nate Hobbs. They drafted Boise State legend. If you've never listened before, you should know I'm a Boise State Bronco fan. But running back Ashton Jeanty, wide receiver Jack Beck, tackle Charles Grant. They had a lot of changes this whole offseason.
They did.
New coaching staff, new quarterback, retaining Max Crosby, drafting Jeanty. It seemed like really good moves, but I still think they're the fourth team in this division. What do you think, Pinky?
I do think they're the fourth team in this division.
Yeah.
And I do think I love Pete Carroll. He's a great coach. He is the oldest coach in the division. And I do think that brings about a little bit of like they want to try to win now.
Yeah.
They just don't quite have everything they need to do so. So even though I think they will be a competitive team, they will probably still be fourth in their division.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
Just jumping right into fantasy, Geno Smith's going at an ADP of 26. I feel like that feels about right. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a super flashy guy at this time. What do you think?
I'm just not sure on Geno.
Yeah.
Because I'm just not sure like how everything's going to look. I know he's got Brock Bowers, I know they've still got who's the really fast slat guy they got?
They got Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers.
Yeah.
Jacoby Myers is pretty awesome. I just don't know how it's all going to work. And Geno Smith does fold like a chair under pressure.
He does, yeah.
And so, like, in Seattle, if they could protect him just enough, he did okay. And he had great weapons. Lockett, Metcalf. He doesn't quite have that here.
No.
in the Vegas. So when they get pressure on him, what does he do? There were games last year when he got a lot of pressure, he turned back into a pumpkin. So, which is why I think Seattle was okay letting him walk or trading him.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also made me confused why Seattle was like, well, let's go get another guy that folds like a chair under pressure.
Right.
Sam Darnold, right?
Yeah.
Kind of weird. But yeah, I'm not high on Geno. I probably wouldn't draft Geno myself unless he's like your second quarterback and you got him like, you could probably get him like almost to the end of the draft. I don't think anybody's really got their eye on him. Would he give you some decent floor? Sure. But you definitely don't want him as your first quarterback for sure.
For sure.
No. At running back, we talked about Ashton Jeanty being drafted. He had a very productive year last year at Boise State. But he touched the ball between rushing and catching almost 400 times, like 398 times.
Yeah.
Do we, I mean, I'm just throwing this out there. Do we think he has too much mileage on him?
I mean, my personal thing is, I don't think there's a lot of data to go on guys that ran that much the year before. There's not a lot of college guys that they run the ball that much. He had 374 or so carries. That's insane. Pinky, what do you think about Jeanty? I mean, I love Jeanty, but
we don't have the data to really make a decision either way. The last time a guy got drafted that high and had that much carries was Zeke Elliott. First couple years in Dallas, he's awesome.
Right.
Got a great O-line too. So Jeanty doesn't have that O-line.
No.
So we might want to temper expectations, but I'm not really concerned about the usage. When it's time for his contract to get re-signed, maybe I'm going to have some concerns at that point because he should have Pete Carroll is going to run the hell out of him.
Yeah.
Like,
100%.
Without a doubt, Pete Carroll is going to run him some more. So as a fantasy, if you can get him and not pay, I mean, he's going really high.
He's going high.
Yeah,
you're going to
really
pay for him right now.
I don't know if I would personally pay what he's going for. I might build my roster around other guys that are really steady. Rookies like that, getting that kind of hype, I try to stay away from myself. Yeah, I got to see it.
For sure. And I'm going to downplay him anyways. Even though I'm a big Boise State fan, I'm going to downplay and say like, well, but he had this many carries because I was heartbroken that he didn't fall to the Bears at 10.
Oh my gosh.
just Jeanty to the Bears that would have made my year.
Which I actually think that would have been the better spot for him.
Yeah.
Because the Bears have so many other things that they could take that luxury of drafting him at 10. Whereas the Raiders, if the Raiders drafted a better player or another player at 6 to make their team better and then drafted, in the second round, Henderson, Judkins, Caleb Johnson, their team is better right now than what it is today. So
yeah, my heart was broken twice after we didn't get Jeanty and then we didn't get Caleb Johnson, which you bring up our Iowa Hawkeye. Let's talk about these receivers real quick. Jacoby Myers has an ADP of 39. Jack Beck, their rookie, ADP of 64. Jacoby Myers, we'll have to see how this offense flows with Pete Carroll. But last year, if you're a in-game bettor and you can find the book offering to catch a pass this drive, Myers was always around plus 125, and it seems like every drive he caught a pass.
Money.
Yeah, it's easy money, but I think I'm staying away from both of these guys in fantasy football this year. What do you think, Pinky?
I think Jacoby Myers you'll be happy with.
Yeah.
If you can get him as like your third wide receiver, I think you'd be very happy about that. You can flex him in on bye weeks when you need him. He's probably going to give you a pretty solid, 5 to 6 catches, 60 to 80 yards, pretty easy. They don't really have anybody else proven.
They don't.
I'd be okay with Jacoby Myers. Anybody else, I want no part of.
All right, tight ends. Obviously, Brock Bowers is a top target. He's going as tight end 1 for ADP after finishing as tight end 1 last year. Do you think he's going to repeat that?
If I say no, am I being like too much of a Bronco homer? Like,
no.
I just think that Geno will spread the ball around. Where Brock last year, like literally every quarterback that was in there, and there were a bunch of them, was just like, find Brock.
Yeah.
That's all I got. Find Brock. I think Geno will try to actually play quarterback and move the ball around. I just don't see the volume as high, but he's still going to be really good. Like the guy is a freak athlete. So he could probably still end his tight end 1, but then it also comes back to like, what are you paying for that?
Yeah.
I typically don't draft a lot of the top, like couple tight ends. I usually build my roster around running backs and wide receivers, and then try to get that guy that could have a top 5 season, but get him later.
Yeah. Like an Evan Ingram.
Yeah.
Brock Bowers, obviously he's a phenomenal athlete, really good player, came out of the really good system of Georgia, but it's super hard. We've seen these rookies that end up finishing tight end 1. It's hard for them to repeat that. You know, Sam Laporta was tight end 1 2 years ago, didn't repeat that. Kyle Pitts, who I know you hate to bring up, but he had a phenomenal year his rookie year, and he could not repeat it, has yet to repeat it.
He's not going to
This
repeat
is the
it.
year,
Stop it. It's not the year.
Where's Cody Z when I need him?
Sam
I know
Laporta, though, it could be the year. He could bounce back.
Bounce back?
Yes.
We'll see if they know how to use him without Ben Johnson. That's the key there.
I know.
So yeah, I would. I mean, I don't think I could get value for Brock Bowers myself. He's going to go way too high.
Yeah, I mean, with how I've seen tight ends going in drafts, even second round is about where people are taking him, and I just think there are more important positions and more important players in the second round to get before you draft Brock Bowers. As much as I think he's a great player, I don't think that helps your team enough.
Absolutely. Cheers.
Cheers to that.
Okay. Well, we got to get words.
We're
getting to the part of the show where we're going to talk some bets.
Yeah.
Before we get to whiskey. So let's go over our AFC West bets that you guys might have.
Pinky, you got some bets for us?
So I scrambled and grabbed a couple. This one might shock folks. We just talked about the Raiders.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like the Raiders at over 7.5 wins.
Nice.
It's plus 140.
Yeah.
Oh, Pete Carroll's a pretty good coach. I do think they have talent. I do think they'll beat. We play the AFC South this year.
Mm-hmm.
I do think they'll mop up the AFC South. They might struggle in other areas, but I just see them getting 8 wins.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I like that. I think that's very doable, especially because Pete Carroll, he's such I don't want to say a safe coach, but he is a safe coach. He's not going to have a bomb season, I don't think, where the Raiders suck terribly. I do think they'll be competitive in games. So I like that. I'll keep, for my first one, I'll keep on the Raiders. This is going to be an unpopular opinion, even to myself, but I'm going to stick to my fade Ashton Jeanty angle and say under 1,050.5 yards. That's a high mark for a rookie who I know it was just preseason, but he had 3 carries for -1 yards. If I'm a defense, I'm loading the box. I'm saying, let's stop Jeanty and see if Geno Smith can beat us, because I don't think he can. That's at -110. It's just a little fade. Now, does he get to 1,000? Maybe, but I think it's right at 1,000. He doesn't get those extra 50.5.
Ooh, man. Oh, man. I would go against that myself.
Okay. Fair enough.
They're gonna the volume. They're just gonna give him the ball enough that I mean, you're talking with 17, you're talking 60 yards a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like
they're gonna run him.
They're gonna run him, but
coming back to the AFC South, none of those teams besides the Texans play defense. So
that's true. That's true. Yeah, I hate to downplay Jeanty. On the second half of Boise State season, you saw him. And now, granted, everybody had put like 8 guys in the box to stop him, but you saw his carry per average really drop. Now, really drop. He was averaging like 9 yards a carry before that. So really drop, take that with a grain of salt. But I'm going to stick with the fact that maybe he got a lot of miles on those legs and starts a little slower than people think.
It's possible. I don't hate it.
Hate it. All right, you got another one for us?
So I've got I do have this one. I kind of shocking on DraftKings, and maybe it's because he just didn't have as good a year last year. Justin Herbert, 25 touchdowns, plus 105, double your money. I like that. Nice. I think Herbert can get 25 touchdowns.
Yeah, for sure. I like that too. I got a juicy one for you, and I think you're gonna like it. Courtland Sutton to score 10 plus touchdowns and 1,000 plus receiving yards. He had over 1,000 last year. He had 8 touchdowns. That's just 2 more touchdowns, and it's plus 650. 6.5 to 1 seems too high. That I got to jump on that. He's also 7 to 1 to lead the AFC West in receiving yards, which I kind of like because I do think Bo Nix is a baller. I don't think like Jacoby Myers is going to do it. I don't think the Chargers.
Does that include tight ends?
It does. So maybe you look at Brock Bowers or Travis Kelce there. Maybe Ladd does it. I don't think it'll be any of the Chiefs receivers. I think Sutton is a slept-on guy. I don't quite understand it. I know he's older. I get it.
What's the odds on that for him to lead the AFC West? You said
7 to 1 plus 700. Yep.
I mean, you throw a little $25 on that. Like,
you got to sprinkle a little, right?
I love the 1,010 touchdowns though.
Yeah.
The 1,010 touchdowns, that actually,
and that's 6.5.
650. Yeah, take it.
Yeah.
Hammer it.
Absolutely, hammer it.
Love it. I like that a lot. I had Sutton at least over 8 touchdowns. I just couldn't find it on DraftKings to see what the odds were.
I had to go to team specials for the 1,000 plus, 10 plus. So you can find it there on DraftKings.
I will throw money on that one. I like that actually. That one is that one's nice.
He is a baller. Pinky, thank you for joining us. I want you to talk a little bit about Sports Nonsense Whiskey because it's a fun show. You guys,
I got one more.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
Yeah.
Bo Nix over 30 touchdowns plus 275. Lock it in.
I love it.
All right.
He had 29 last year.
Yeah, and I am a Bo lever, so gotta believe it. I'll get down on that one too. So Sports Nonsense Whiskey, not just football. You guys talk all sorts of sports. Give us a little insight on if people tune into the show, what they can expect to see and what you guys are addressing right now.
Well, we're all in football right now,
obviously.
So we do a lot of football. We actually, 2 of the guys are really into F1 racing right now. So we're doing a lot of F1 racing. We don't really talk baseball. If you like baseball, our show's not for you because we really don't talk it. But we do talk NBA. We talk hockey. I think F1. And then we spend about 30 minutes just talking what is out there to watch when it comes to films and TV and just what we call nonsense. We just did a big thing on Superman because one of the guys doesn't get out to movies very often, but he went and saw Superman, and we went back and forth on it. And my buddy and I went and saw F1. We went and saw Fantastic Four. So we've had some different, battles and reviews of that. So we really get a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. And then we just branched off and we created a separate show called Smack Talk and Raw, where we talk wrestling.
Oh, nice.
And that way I want to talk wrestling like every week, and we never have time.
Sure.
So I was like, I'm just going to do my own show then. And I got another wrestling fan to come on, and we talk wrestling every week. So
nice.
It's awesome, man. We just have a good time. We drink some whiskey. We just have some fun. We love people interacting. We love folks getting on Facebook and interacting with our page and asking different fantasy questions, bet questions. Who would imagine? Like, we just had a post that had 20,000 views on it.
Nice.
And it was about college football rankings from the 2000s of what players were like the top 25.
Oh, nice.
And people came like all out of the woodwork to comment on it. It's crazy. I was like, who knew that was like people would be that passionate about Johnny Manziel? Like,
I love it. Well, speaking of wrestling, give me your favorite current male and female wrestler.
Oh, so my two guys right now are Fatu.
Okay.
He's all gas, no brakes. Yada Namin. And then Penta.
Okay.
Those are like my two guys right now.
Nice.
Female wrestler, it's Stephanie Vaquer. It's the Dark Angel. She's got so much presence. She's really good in the ring. And who doesn't like a devil's kiss?
I'm still heartbroken that I know his name is not really Bray Wyatt, but the fact that he passed, Miranda knows I quoted him way too often.
All the time.
that guy had a screw loose in the right way.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
I feel like when wrestling was done, he could have done some crazy stuff in the acting world because he just had that range of being normal and then being just batshit crazy.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Make sure you check out Sports Nonsense Whiskey. Give Pinky a follow at Nonsense Whiskey. Pinky, as always, thank you for joining us. We're going to talk a little whiskey, but thank you, man. We appreciate it.
Yes, thank you for
guys.
joining.
Yep. Cheers. Speaking of whiskey,
yeah,
should we talk a little whiskey?
A little bit. Let's
Just
talk a
right.
little bit of whiskey. If I can get through this, I cannot breathe out my nose. My nose like completely is like it quit on me during this show.
How are you going to give a nose score on
I know.
this?
Yeah, so we mentioned earlier on the show that we are drinking the Breckenridge Broncos blend, and this one is the blend from 2023. I don't have the episode number, but I really encourage you to go back and check out our episode we did when we had Breckenridge founder Brian Nolt on.
Yeah.
We had a really good time with him. We tried some really good whiskeys with him.
We did.
And overall, it was a fun time.
Very interesting guy.
Yeah, and that's where we got this bottle actually.
I got a picture I can throw up.
You do?
I do.
Good. Thank you. And so this was the 2023 back-to-back blend. And the one thing I find this really fun and cool with the Broncos whiskey. Just side note too, Breckenridge is the official whiskey of the Denver Broncos.
Yeah.
And that's why they do this too. Every year they have a competition. They bring in I think so for 2024 it was Ed McCaffrey versus Randy Gradishar. And
I remember him saying it has to be a former player because of the NFL's rules. They can't bring a current player in to do this. Yeah.
And Ed McCaffrey was also for the 2023. I think he was Team Orange on that one too.
He was.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's the one we
have.
That's
the one we have.
Yeah.
So, and they put out the orange, they put out a blue blend.
Yeah.
And you can go and vote. Like you get the bottles, you go and vote, see who the winner is. I think it's really cool. It's a really cool concept.
Yeah, they bring in the former players and they work with one of the distillers. So one goes off with one goes off with another. And they just kind of talk about what they like in whiskey and all types of stuff. And I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah. It's really fun. And just Breckenridge whiskey in general is one of our favorites.
Yeah.
We haven't tried a Breckenridge whiskey that we don't like.
No.
It's all
their favorite one so
good.
far that I've tried is their port finish.
The port cask.
Yeah. The port cask finish. But I also really love their high proof, that 105. That's a great sipper. But yeah, you're right. I mean, and we talked about it when we talked with him. There's something about that Rocky Mountain water.
There's such like a pureness to their whiskey. I can't explain it.
But that's where it comes from.
And
water.
You can tell. We did a blind tasting on our own just for fun, and you threw in a Breckenridge, and I was like, "This is."
Yeah.
Even when we had blind barrels on, I could tell this is the Colorado whiskey.
Yeah.
I can just tell by the water in this whiskey. It sounds crazy, but this is Colorado.
Yeah.
This is a Colorado region whiskey.
For sure.
But yeah, when we've done blind tastings too, I can pick out the Breckenridge.
Yeah.
There's just something different about it.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, when we get to the scoring here, I got to ask you for the bottle.
Okay.
This is nothing against Breckenridge, sorry, but we've had 2 bottles that corks have broken in, and both of them Breckenridge distillery bottles. So does that take the score down a little?
No.
Okay.
This bottle is fine.
Well, he's a little.
Maybe we're rough on the bottle.
Well,
maybe we're rough when we're pulling it out. Stop.
Maybe we're just a little rough when we pull it up, folks. What are you thinking for a bottle score here?
It's hard because
it's a squatty bottle.
It's one of those squatty whiskey bottles.
Yeah.
But it's such a fun concept. Like, and they do a different label for everyone. Yeah. I don't know. I'm still gonna go. It's not one of those. So for me, I just have to explain why this rating. Because when I'm rating the bottle, I'm looking for ones that you want to see it on your shelf. It's like a really cool.
Yeah.
They something about it's a special bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a 2.5.
2.5. I give it a 2.8. So I went a little bit. Mainly if I was considering the corkage issues, I definitely would. But the chat enjoying the little rough when we pull out. Don't forget, by the way, since I saw Channing in here, I know we mentioned him last episode, but we do have the Listener League Fantasy Football that's going to be sponsored by one of these distilleries.
We've got a couple spots left.
So if you're interested, please let us know. Reach out. You can do it at JMark Football.
It's free. It's a free league.
Free league. I think it'll be a snake. We're getting close here. That an auction might take up too much time, so it might be a snake. But we'll vote on it.
Real with ourselves.
Yeah,
we need to do a snake.
Yeah, I think so.
The last couple of years that we've done the auction, 3 hours minimum.
Yeah,
to get it going, and
it takes a while.
It's crunch time.
It's crunch time.
I think we should do a snake. We should just do that.
I think so too. So if you're interested, let us know. In the cocktail, you can't score it because you didn't have a cocktail today, which is okay. I'm just going right down the middle with a 3 with this one. Now, the high proof, I love in a cocktail. This one doesn't stand out as much, but it's also not as strong. It's not the high proof. So I have to go with the 3, just right down the line. Not bad, but nothing that jumps out at you. Can you smell out of your nose?
I cannot get anything special out of this with my nose right now. I can barely smell. I will tell you, so last night when we did, all I could smell was nail polish remover. I smell like corn.
Yeah, I smell
the grain. It smells much better than the whiskey we smelled last night or drank or tried. It was the Japanese whiskey.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to be able to give you a nose profile.
It's got a lot of corn and a lot of bourbon forward. Your sweeter caramel, vanilla type, and then the oak. I'm not picking up anything sweet. Well, you can't smell it.
I know. So I think I'm going to do what we did last night. I'm not rating this because it's wrong.
You can go back and rate at some point.
But I'm not going to rate the taste and the smell because I can't do it.
Yeah. By the way, Channing never been in a fantasy football league. I feel like he's got to be in it now.
You have to.
And you have a chance of winning whiskey. First place gets whiskey, and we have said that if we get first, then second place gets whiskey. We're not going to take the whiskey.
We're not. Are we doing a same team again? It does not go well.
No, we can't do the same team. That does not.
Which I do apologize to our listeners because that means we take up 2 spots in the league.
Can't do it.
But it doesn't. We've done it. It doesn't go well.
Yes. We think that we don't have confirmation, but we do believe it'll be sponsored by Keeper's Heart. I did get confirmation that their distiller, Kate Douglas, will be in the league.
Okay.
So compete with the distiller and potentially win the whiskey that she makes.
All right.
I mean,
Channing's getting one of our spots.
Perfect. I love it.
So is that just one? How many spots do we have left?
We have 2, I believe.
2 left now.
Yep.
Okay.
So because I figured we'd go to 12.
Yeah, we're doing 12.
Yeah.
Doing 12, especially if we're having our own teams.
Yeah, 10 isn't enough. 14 is just a little too much. I know some people like the 14 team leagues, but we're going to cap it at 12, I believe.
The 1 year where we were together in a team, we draft way differently, we just made the worst team you could imagine. And I was click happy. I was like, no, I want my person.
Yeah, it was auction, and you bid a shit ton on Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce.
I did. And you were so mad at me. And then we just had no money for running backs.
If I remember right, it was $70 some that you spent combined on Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. And I was like, wait, what am I supposed to do with this? Our second running back was Deuce Vaughn.
I know.
Because that's all we could afford.
Yeah, but we were not agreeing on anything. And then I took matters into my own hands because I was like, this is not working. So we can't be on the same team.
No, I could have swore that maybe I was using intuition of just knowing that Hunter is a great listener and would want to be in it again since he was in last year. But I already had you written down, buddy. So you're definitely in. I hope, because I already had you written down.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do the nose. I'm giving it again a 3. I hate to just be right in the middle, but
I will say, if I'm going off of memory of the Breckenridge whiskeys that we've tried, the Broncos blend was my least favorite. We've not tried the blue from that year though.
No.
But this one in particular, of all the ones
I remember that as well. And I always liked it a little bit more than you. I like taking this one if I want a little pour something that is a little bit sweeter. I guess spoiler alert for when we're going to give out our taste here. Something that's just a little bit sweeter, but not sweet. I like pouring this one. I think it's really pleasant to drink. All their whiskeys just have a great mouthfeel. We haven't talked about mouthfeel in a while, but like, it's not thin, it's not thick. It's that water that they use just gives it a great texture, really.
It feels clean.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's like it feels clean. Yeah. Well, it doesn't taste like pure water.
No. I'm saying like the water that's used is so pure.
Yeah, but it just feels like you're drinking something really, really good, and you are.
Yeah, something like you would drink this and you would say, I bet that's a really high-end whiskey. But their prices are not high-end prices.
I was just on a work trip. I was actually out in Denver.
Yeah.
When was that? 3 weeks ago? Whenever, just recently. And
it was at some time.
We were getting drinks, and I had people drinking Breckenridge. They had the port cask there, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. And I had all these guys drinking the port cask.
If you ever get to enjoy an Iowa fall when it's a later night and that temp hits like low 60s, high 50s, and you're around a fire pit or just a bonfire, make sure you have the port cask finished Breckenridge, because it is perfect to sip around the fire.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
Port in general, like take the whiskey out of it, but just port. That used to be our thing. Now it's like a port cask finished whiskey that we sip on.
We've evolved. It's fine. Hunter saying he's looking forward to it. Hopefully does better than last year, but he did go 2-0 against us. So we'll see, buddy. On the taste, did you get much? I know that it's hard when you're plugged.
It's making my nose run now. Maybe I can breathe again.
This is why you need a hot toddy. It'll clear you up.
Nothing has sounded good. I've been drinking just a steady inflow of tea. Today the only thing that sounded good was just toast. So that's it.
Well, so there's a flavor in here that's hard. It's hard to pinpoint, but there's almost a subtle orange flavoring to it, like a citrus fruit.
Maybe they did citrus. Maybe they did it on purpose for the orange.
Well, and I wonder, but there is a little citrus that shines through with your normal vanilla or caramel, I guess, depending how you taste the bourbon. I feel like some people get caramel, some people get vanilla, but it's the same note that they're picking up. They just associate it with something different. You get oak. And then, the finish, I just feel like that I've just had this like a little, an orange zest almost, just a little orange zest. Yeah. Or some sort of citrus zest. And it's one of the reasons that I like sipping on this one, because it does have that nice light taste to it, the sweetness, the little bit of citrus, oak. You can tell it's a high quality bourbon. I'm a big fan of this. I'm going to say 3.9, not quite the 4, but it's a 3.9. Now, if it was their high proof, it would be over 4 for me. I love the high proof, but I also really like this one. I think 3.9 out of 5 is still a really good score.
And I can't give it an honest because I can't taste right.
That's
fair.
Can't
smell. So
that's fair. Can't taste right. Can't smell. Thank you so much, Pinky, for joining us. Make sure, some night check out Sports Nonsense and Whiskey. It's always a good time. They're really good at, when they're bullshitting, you feel like you're sitting at the bar bullshitting with them. It's a lot of fun that way. But they also, Channing, just send me, sorry, I interrupted my own thought. What I have to do with get started. Send me on Twitter or something, send me your email address and we'll get you hooked up. But anyway, Sports Nonsense Whiskey, it's a good time. It's like you're having a whiskey with the guys, chatting about sports, chatting about. I actually, one of my favorite things they do is their movie talks when they start getting into movies and what they did or didn't like about it. We kind of were pushing on time. We're pushing on time now, but I wanted to ask Pinky about Superman because we took the niece and nephew to that. They really wanted to see it.
Yes.
And
they loved it. They loved that movie.
But the funniest thing, 8-year-old and 5-year-old, when we asked if they liked
it, we walk out of the theater, we're walking to the car, and we asked if they liked it.
They both loved it, but neither one of them liked that at the very end, Supergirl said to Superman, "See you later, bitch." And
they both said, "I didn't like that."
Yeah, when she said "see you later" and B word, I didn't like that. It's like, oh, you guys you're so innocent. It's awesome. I normally, not to get off on a tangent, I won't do this for very long, but I normally don't like Superman in general. I'm not a Superman fan. I like comic book type stuff. I like superhero stuff. Huge into Marvel. I like DC as well. Usually not a big Superman guy. I liked this movie. It was really good, I thought. I
liked the other Superman too, but yeah, I like this.
You would, because you're a Henry Cavill fan.
I know.
Well, that reminds me.
Oh my God.
We got to do some quarterback rankings.
We do.
Right? Now, you asked for the Google.
I did, because I didn't like the choice photos that you specifically chose, because last night after the show, we looked up Dak. And we just Googled, because I was like, you gave me these really weird photos. Like, this is not good. And then my ratings were not accurate.
I guess what I think
Dak would have been number one.
Really? Mm-hmm. Which is what I predicted.
But
you said Russ was still number one.
No, I said no. I still said that I would put Russ over Jalen.
That's not what you said.
That is what I said.
You said Russ
you don't
number
have
one
a good memory.
And Dak over
No,
Jalen.
I think I would have put Dak as number one.
Okay, interesting.
So you've just got to Google. Let me see everything. No, don't just give me this the photo you gave me of Dak. Like, it was like blue light over his face, and it was just weird.
I guess my view of I bet she'll like this one. It's not her cup of tea. It's
and
what
just
I
let
thought
me
looks
just
good,
look. Just Google image.
Well,
it pulls up a million images, and then
AFC West. Yeah. Quarterback rankings by looks.
Okay.
Here's Patrick.
We've
Mahomes.
got Patrick.
Do you need to see him shirtless?
No.
No. Are you sure?
I mean, sure. Fine, Justin. Show me Patrick Mahomes shirtless.
His name. Not a total dad bod, but
no, it's like a cross between
Mr. Right. Herbert,
Justin Herbert.
Yeah, you got a good look at him.
Mm-hmm.
He's got an excellent first name. Does that weigh into your rankings?
No, it does not.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. Did you want it to?
Well, I mean, it should get a little bump, but
all right. Show me Geno.
Geno Bambino.
Mm-hmm.
He looks old.
But
like if you look at this photo, his hairline looks like it's trying to cling on.
Oh my
God. That's just my opinion. I don't know. All right.
The guys so far are not super ripped in this division.
No, and Dad's saying that shows you everything on Google, because you said you get to see everything.
We're not judging the. I can't.
Yeah, I have a feeling, just knowing you're not gonna like Bo's haircut, but Bo Nix.
Bo is a little intense.
Bo, he is intense. I don't know what else to say. That's not Bo Nix that it pulled up here.
No, obviously.
Yeah. So, do you need to see any of them again?
Oh, this division is harder to rank. Not for the reasons last night was hard.
Last night was hard because they were all decent looking dudes.
Yeah, these are
they're okay looking dudes.
I'm gonna.
She's thinking. Do you need to see somebody again? Or
no.
All right. Your AFC West quarterback rankings by looks, number 4.
Oh, no. Let's go number 1. It will be easier.
Oh, number 1.
Patrick.
Patrick Mahomes is number 1?
Yeah, I think so.
You're obviously not accounting for voice. Like,
imagine. No, voice doesn't count. No, this is a photo. This is not voice.
Imagine making love to that voice.
Why do you want me to imagine that?
Oh, yeah. I really like that. It feels good. I didn't expect him to be number 1.
Stop. No, yeah, Patrick Mahomes.
You got Mahomes number 1. Okay. Then you got Herbert, Geno Smith, and
show me Herbert again.
All right. I have a feeling that old Geno Bambino is number 4.
I
Is
think
that accurate?
so. I think so.
He's not as young as he looks in these photos.
No, I would go Justin Herbert second, then Bo, then Geno.
All right.
Done. Patrick, Herbert.
If you consider voiced as Patrick Slide a little.
We aren't doing voice. I don't know what the others sound like. Just stop.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. You got anything else you want to add?
No. Should wrap this up.
We're going to be back next week on Tuesday. A little bit different day for us with RD. You saw him in the chat. Bet_the_bar. Talking a little NFC North. We're finally talking about our Bears.
Yes.
We'll talk about his disgusting Packers as well.
Boo.
Looking forward to getting his opinion on the division this year. A lot of questions there. Can Minnesota win 15 games again? I don't think so. Or the Lions, can they survive losing their offensive and defensive coordinators?
It's gonna be a different team.
Jordan Love 1 for 5 for 7 yards in the preseason game. Hilarious. I'm sorry. I'll try not to hate on the Packers too much, RD, and I'll try to bring a unbiased opinion, but that's not going to be completely true. I don't have anything else to add. Do you have anything else? So hopefully you're better by then.
I will be. We're going to be on the up and up tomorrow.
We're going to be on the up and up. We're going to be in Vegas.
I think I have more voice tonight than I did last night. I feel
you coughed less.
I did. I did not have as many attacks. Overall, I'm so much more tired and worn out today.
It's so right to bed with you right now.
It is.
Right to bed with you. Off with her head. Off to the bed. I don't got anything else to add unless you snipe my cue again. And then
the draft is over.
Well, that's not the only draft we're going to have. I know that. We have other drafts coming up.
I don't snipe your cue. Maybe you
snipe my cue.
Because of how I don't know. But I don't know what's on your cue.
But I know you're going to interrupt going once. Going twice.
Sold.
You gonna steal my pick?